just all of a sudden got too tall. You know I'm short. Everybody that see me in person, they be like, the first thing they say, they be like, Tasha, you so short. Oh my God. Rub it in. Rub it in. They be like, the camera make you look so big. I'm like, it's my boobs. It's my boobs. But I am like really 5'2". I lied on my license and said I was 5'4". I did, okay? Sorry for being late, guys. We slid off a plane from New York City back into Florida, all right, today. So I went home. I took a nap. I woke up at 6:30. So the show was supposed to start at 7:30. Then I had to take some calls, and I'm here. So I'm sorry for being on Color People Time. That's all that matters is that I'm here, okay? Because normally, back in the day, old Tasha would have canceled these shows, okay? But there's a new sheriff in town, okay? All right? I'm coming to work. I'm here. Got to work. Shit, we all got to work these days. All right, listen, full show for you guys today. Rory, Groupie Rory. Jasmine, put his picture up just for a second. Groupie Rory. I want you to stick around because I know you're watching. I know you're watching, you little ginger. I know you are. All right, you stick around because I got something for you, all right? The last thing I hate, is for somebody to call me a liar. Okay, y'all know y'all know. And so I'ma say my did I lie for the end of the show on you, okay? Because I'm gonna send you back to the trailer park that they threw you out of and tried to give you to us, knowing that you was one of their rejects, okay? Stay tuned for that coming up in the show. Definitely gonna be talking about one of Diddy's male bangers. Suing Cassie, and it's heating up in court. But Cassie submitted a motion that shocked everybody, okay? I don't know why people are shocked, but for the most part, we are going to be discussing her flee in the United States. Everything that they said that I did, she did it, okay? I'm just saying, it wasn't me. You can put him down. Please put him down. Smells like tuna fish. Listen, actually, Steel Reserve beer, Coors Light. That's what I'm getting on the beard, okay? Also going to be discussing 50 Cent and Selena Powell arguing back and forth, okay, on the Cucumber Gate. Definitely going to be discussing Daphne. Daphne and Diddy's little tape shenanigan that's going on. Yeah, all of this and more coming up. Jay-Z, of course, is in this title because Jay-Z kicked Rory out of his section, okay? And so there was a bit of a Twitter beef going on with everybody outside of me. I just sent the tweet, and it's got 3 million views on it. I don't know how I'm able to, to send that type of momentum with only 26,000 followers on X, But needless here nor there, and all I saw was Rory said, "There's lies, she's lying." We'll see that. We'll see. Okay, all of this and more coming up, and don't forget on TashaKLive.com we have a special edition show. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning to the young lady that got kicked out of Dean the Great's van with Adrian Bronner. That day, they kicked her out for being underage. There's a lot more to that story. We will be premiering that on TashaKLive.com. It is not censored for YouTube. Unfortunately, a lot of this stuff, when it deals with trafficking, all these allegations and DV and stuff, that stuff is buried, and it also buries our channel in the long run, okay? So if we're deemed as a threat, YouTube will suppress it. So we do a lot of advertiser-friendly content, and then we take the in the paint stuff that we used to do back in the day, because I know there's a lot of talk out there. Tasha done softened up. No. It's on TashaKLive.com, okay? We got a team, we got to eat and feed. So, but on TashaKLive.com, it goes down up over there, and y'all know what the hell I'm talking about, okay? So, all right, we'll be doing that directly after this show, okay? But let's go ahead and get into the show. You guys know we save the ads for later. It is White Wine Wednesday, so we got to introduce some white wine today. Hunter Biden, in my opinion, came out here and lied and said that he's been clean for 7 years, okay? Here he is talking about his sobriety, okay?
Hey, everybody. Just a quick message to say thank you to everybody who has messaged me today on 7 years clean and sober. I'm more proud of that than anything I've ever done in my life. And I just want everybody to know that is still out there sick and suffering, there's a way out. And that way out is together. I'm so proud to be a part of this community. And I'm just so grateful for all the love and support everybody has given me. So thank you again.
He didn't sound sober. He sounded like he was coming down off one. I don't know. I don't believe it. You know, and maybe he did. Who am I to get in between him and his sobriety, him and his spirituality or whatnot? I just don't believe he did it. I just believe that he's at a point now in his life because he's been partying his entire life. And I know there's a lot of people that's got a lot of soft spots for Hunter Biden, the same soft spots that he has that we can see in his head, the top of his head, because he ain't got no hair and he's losing it. But yeah, I just don't buy that. I mean, there's been reports at the White House, no, can we tie him to it, but they found cocaine in the what was it, the library, the Senate room. He's told, I mean, if you look at the lawsuits, the child support lawsuits that the strippers are filing because he done impregnated strippers and told him he ain't got no money, but yet he has expensive artwork and everything like that. And they said they done walked in on him in his boxers in Obama's chair and he ain't had no shower in 3 hours and he was just snorting lines right there in Obama's chair, balls sitting on the chair. And all of a sudden, he just done turned his little white life around. You know what? A lot of times when they do get clean, it's because they do be suffering from health issues. Their liver and shit just can't take it no more. The doctors be like, if you keep sniffing, you're going to be sniffing dirt here soon, sir. Okay? So I'm begging to differ because his drug of choice was crack and cocaine, is from what I'm being told, right? And crack, I think from my research, cocaine is out of your system in about 48 to 72 hours, okay? 90 days from a hair strand. So technically he could pass, a drug test. If they're not ordering a hair follicle test, I don't think they're ordering a hair follicle test on the president's son. He's saying that his, I guess his PO can prove this and stuff like that. I don't know. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I feel like he just, he's capping. I don't know. Do you guys believe it? Y'all believe he clean? He didn't look clean in that video. He looked dirty, dusty. Okay, looked like his liver was failing. I don't know. Do y'all? You said crack is wet. How long is crack in the system? Isn't it like 20 minutes? Huh? Listen, I have no control over YouTube and these commercials. Guys, we're a premier channel. We don't have any say-so in how much ads go in our videos or not. We are compliant. I apologize about that. I see you guys complaining in the chat, which means we're very, very good at making sure that it's advertiser-friendly content. But at the end of the day, I just have no choice. We do have the uncensored show on YouTube, on TashaKLive.com. But you know what? I'm going to ask Shek if we can double stream this, one on TashaKLive.com and one here, and then TashaKLive.com. No, it will have ads. It will, because it's the same stream. So we'll have to put that up later. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But anyway, back to Hunter. Do you think he clean or not? Do y'all believe it? You say he lived hard. I believe it. Do you think he clean because maybe he's sick? Maybe his liver can't take no more? Do you? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not buying it, okay? And I know everybody's like, oh, they feel sorry for Hunter, and everything like that because, his mom died and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay. Same story we got daddies going to jail, mamas ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Kids don't go off and just, their parents, they don't have the luxury of their parents becoming the president of the United States or, have the luxury of their parents being able to write bills that keeps him out of jail. I don't know. I just don't feel sorry for him at all, okay? Moving on. Y'all said YouTube Premium is so worth it. I don't even pay for YouTube Premium, and I'm a YouTuber. I pay them too much money, okay? Too much money. All right, y'all. Ray J. Oh, my God. I just never seen somebody that just wants to just end it all. Just so, I don't know. I feel like we are living somewhat in days where people are really kind of living the YOLO life, like you only live once. And so if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to pass away, I'm going to pass away at doing something great. It's going to be talked about. Because when I saw his fight, I was actually pleasantly surprised being as what he shared with me privately about his health problems. I was shocked to see him with this gut and these breastises in a ring getting knocked out like this. Go ahead.
Super, come here. Super.
Money we lost. What the fuck is going on?
Now he's gonna knock him out.
You think so? Ready?
Yeah, it was a game.
So he's playing games. $5
Justin
bet.
Passport's a
$5.
knockout. It was good. Hold on. Look.
You can't tell everybody so. Come back and fight again.
Don't hit my nigga like that, bro.
Now, 2 days later, matter of fact, I think it was that night, not even 2 days later, that night he checked himself into a hospital. They put him on the heart monitor. Miss Sonia has come out to speak about her son's health issues. I've known about him because he's talked to me. So I'm just shocked as to why he's in the ring, like, you know, risking his life. But here go Miss Sonia. Let me let y'all hear what Miss Sonia had to say.
On his heart condition.
And I'll start off by saying that never in my lifetime would I had thought that there would be someone as close to us who would experience some type of heart condition. And on January the 6th, 2026, I received a phone call from Ray's friend Truth in Vegas. And the text basically said, Ray is in the hospital. Now, when I heard that, my heart started to beat 1,000 times because now I know you are maybe 4.5, 5 hours from me by drive, and then 45 minutes from me by air.
Oh, sorry.
So
I can't stand y'all. Whoever said that Sonya looking like Madea in the chat, you going straight to hell. You going to hell, folks. You going to hell. Go ahead, Jasmine. Keep it going. You going to hell. You going all the way to hell. Go ahead, Jasmine. Keep it going.
So I spoke to him about it, Truth, and he said that they believed that it could be pneumonia. And pneumonia, I said he just had pneumonia in November. So I calmed down a little bit, and then I spoke to Ray. And Ray says, Mom, it's probably nothing. It's just probably remnants from the old pneumonia because maybe I didn't take all of my medicine and it's back. Okay. I'm still in Los Angeles and trying to figure out whether I should come to Vegas. So he says, no, just wait. And they're probably going to give me a test, give me some antibiotics, and then I'll probably come home. I said, fine. So around 11 o'clock, I tried to reach out, and there was no answer. And I know I'm going into great details, but still no answer at 11. I tried to get in contact with Truth. It finally says that they were giving him medication and they were testing him and that they had planned to keep him overnight. So then we knew that we needed to get to Vegas. So my husband and I flew to Vegas only to find my son in emergency with severe chest pains. And could barely move. Tucked in a hoodie, wrapped up because he was cold. And of course, it was too early in the morning, I guess, because no doctors had been around, but I have to say the nurses were great.
Wake up! Wake up! Y'all trying to fall asleep in the chat. Wake up! Sorry, y'all almost done. You better listen. She got something to say. My grandmama got something to say. You better listen. Go.
So then the quest was to find out what was wrong with him. They hadn't at that point ruled out pneumonia, so they were doing testing. After checking liver, all of those things, they found those things were cleared, but he still had chest pains.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
He was still
Definitely.
moaning.
But thank you.
And so the next day, they did an angiogram. And the angiogram indicated that he had a serious heart disease, was when blood was pumping 15 to 20%, blood flow was 15 to 20% to his heart. Now, anybody that knows that, they understand that that is a very serious condition. It was so scary and serious that every other word that was explained to us was, this is life. It's like it rings in my ear, like it's almost like if he made one move or did one thing, it's like so they determined that he had cardiomyopathy.
We done, Jay. We done. I ain't gonna torture y'all no more. So you had, I don't know, you know when people be looking up and be talking, I feel like they be having memory problems as they get older and they start be like, yeah, so I remember I was down there at the liquor store, I was playing my numbers and it looked like, what it looked like it appeared to be a black man. No. White man. That we need to respect our elders. Leave Miss Sonya alone. But Miss Sonya came out and told us, okay, Ray J got heart problems. Bad. I mean, he's partied till he can't party no more. Right? I told you, whenever they trying to induct you into the Hollywood, they send Ray J. So listen, I caught on to I said, I ain't winding up like, nope. No. Did I told them that story, Jasmine, or did I tell on Tasha K live? About that time I partied with Ray J? That was on TashaKLive.com. Well, exclusive real quick. So this is how I figured out. If you didn't come to the brunch or on TashaKLive.com, I told this story like months ago or whatnot. But to y'all, I partied with Ray J. You saw the videos. It didn't happen that way. I happened to be in Dallas doing some interviews, and Ray J happened to be on his birthday tour, and a few of my team members were going, and so I was literally staying at one of my team members' houses. And, you know, for me to go out, it's a different, it ain't like I could go out like I used to go out. Like, you know, girl, let's just go out. Especially when you in Dallas, Atlanta, New York. I got to have a security team. People act stupid, especially when they get on alcohol. Everything gets really enhanced. So I was just like, I don't know. So I called Shaq. I was like, hey, Shaq. I was like, you know, they want me to kind of join them tonight for Ray J's party. I said, but I haven't talked to Ray J yet. Is that cool? He was like, you know what? Yeah, Tasha, you can go out. And I was like, what? Shaq said I could go out? Cool, no problem. So the girls was like, oh my God, you're coming out. So to make a long story short, that's still long. Listen, I ended up calling Ray J and I was like, hey, are you gonna be in Dallas? Because I'm not coming out if you're not gonna. He was like, no, I'm gonna be there. Please just call my manager, Melinda. And I know Melinda. Me and Melinda go way, way back. His manager now. When I first started, when I was at a radio station with Jasmine, she managed Bobby Valentino and all those guys. And so he was like, Melinda, take care of you. I'll give her your name or whatnot. Come out, please come party with me. I was like, all right, cool. I'm coming out with my team or whatnot. I was like, do I need security? He was like, I got a lot of security. You really don't need it. I was like, last time I was told that, we caught a case. So I ended up getting one big macho security guard. He had the rest, but his security did a different job, a slightly different job than what my security did. As a matter of fact, we get to the first spot because he was going from club to club. We get to the first spot. They have a section reserved for us. My security is there. Ray J did not drink. I promise you, he did not drink. They gave him, I think for the appearance, like his section get 1 or 2 bottles, so they gave us one of the bottles. my team was drinking, we was drinking or whatnot. It was, it was a good time. We was turned up. The only thing I saw him do was smoke cigarettes. He did lean in and was like, I just got out of the hospital from what Miss Sonia was saying. I did just get out of the hospital, so I cannot drink. I thought it was in relation to, at first, him, that whole issue where they caught him with the piece on live, and he was waving that. I thought maybe he was just going sober for that, but no, it was a real issue because he had explained it to me that night. So I was like, okay, no problem. I appreciate it. My team loves it. So we end up going to the second spot. The second spot, we I didn't do a whole bottle of Don Julio myself. I probably did like 2-3 shots, but Don Julio is very strong. So when we moved to the second spot, the liquor started kicking in, right? And so the second spot was first spot was hood, second spot was hood. It was so hood. People were packed to the back. My security and his security had to carry me above the crowd to get me and place me in his section. He had already went and was there. So I went over 5 rows with a dress on, and that dude picked me up and put me next to Ray J. And I'm sitting there, I got my glasses on. I have never in my life ever been in anybody's club, anybody's party like this. I had groupies that was trying to dance on him, accidentally putting their stuff on me. I was like, this is really nasty. This is gross. Girl, your matted weave is in my mouth. I'm like, this is what they do. I had never experienced that before, y'all. I promise you. I am the type of person, I like my own table, all to the side, but it was so thick in there. Ray J was in the center with his team and us, and then they had gang members all around because they literally was buying bottles and shouting out their gang on the plaques. You know how they'll be like, what's wrong? Okay, you know how they'll be like, gang for gang, da 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 da. And so in this particular encounter, Ray J rolled some weed, okay? And he was like, because Don Julio was in, he was like, here it is. And I didn't think, because, I'm already catching a contact high from all of the other stuff that's around that's being smoked on. And then I'm on the Don Julio. And I'm so lit, I turned it around and I hit it with the burnt part tip. And I was like, oh my God, he snatched it out. He was like, no, this way. And so I hit it, and then immediately when I hit it, I was like, oh my God. My heart started beating fast. I literally just started having a panic attack. I was like, Ray J just gave me. And I was like, the last person that was hitting anything with Ray J, she ain't hit no more. That's all I'm gonna say. We're going to commercial. We'll be right back. Let's go. We'll be right back. Let's go. No, let's go, Jasmine. We'll read it on the way back. We're going to commercial. Let's go. Sugar, hair care isn't just a look. It's an entire experience, okay? Y'all know I don't play about my hair. So I'm introducing one of my Wild Sugar favorites, their wax stick. One of my go-tos personally. It tames all of my flyaways and creates that sleek salon finish with ease that you see on me. So at Wild Sugar, they believe your hair should be as bold and beautiful and effortless as you are. Wild Sugar, your favorite looks start here.
Business owners and entrepreneurs are losing thousands every year to sick days and absenteeism. We help you change that. I'm Coach K, founder of Kalima's Digital Practice. Book our eye candy workshop to protect your people and your profits. Only $97 to save your bottom line. Health is wealth. Visit eyecandybiz.pro now.
Winos, y'all remember selling Tampa?
2 years ago, Sherelle was already killing it in the real estate game. The word about her starting her own brokerage, it was a hot topic. I had to be a part of it.
Glossy Netflix dream, black women in Bentleys, designer heels, and waterfront listings. It was sold as black excellence in real estate, a historic all-black, all-female luxury brokerage funded by Sherelle Rosado.
She wanted smart women. She wanted empowered women. And I really think that makes Allure Realty what it is.
Sherelle Rosado is a boss-ass bitch that makes shit happen. Point blank, period.
We always wondered what happened to season 2. I was ready for it. I loved season 1 and what it had to showcase. But here's what Netflix didn't show us.
I've been really toying with the idea of starting my own brokerage.
When a brokerage is healthy, it makes its money from a percentage of active real estate transactions. But what happens when a brokerage is dry? And when there's no active listings? How do they keep the lights on? In my opinion, some of them seem to pivot to an onboarding scheme like like we're gonna hear in this one.
She's a predator.
There was like a hefty onboarding fee. I didn't get anything out of that.
So what happens is you don't want to believe that someone that you've known that long, that you're in business with, that is supposed to be a girl's girl, would do something like that.
I feel like I kind of got abandoned. So I'm literally fighting for a referral fee from my mother's home.
Girls aren't weak, they're just not aggressive.
I am the breadwinner of my household. My husband was getting brain surgery. Her words were, "I'm sorry that's happening to you, but your work is slacking."
Stealing Tampa premieres on the app June 5th through 9th, okay? Real quick before we continue a little bit with our Ray J story, I know I hit y'all with the bomb. That's why I said, Jasmine, go to commercial, because I know I hit y'all with that line, and I was like, ooh, let me back up, because I don't want people, y'all get offended over Michael Jackson, and y'all get offended over Whitney, but I was like the last person that hit something with Ray J ain't here no more, okay? So, but real quick, to my book readers, to my poetry lovers, all right? So we have a book shout out. Titled Candy's Truth, written by Candia Williams, is a deeply personal poetry collection that explores love, heartbreak, resilience, self-discovery, and the truths we often keep hidden, okay? Through powerful words and raw emotion, each poem takes you on a journey through silence and voice, darkness and light, brokenness and healing. And if you ever needed a reminder that your story matters and your truth has power, this book is for you, okay? You can get your copy of Candy's Truth on my website. It's TashaK.com. /book club, okay? All right, guys, please make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button, like. But yes, back to Ray J, all right? We have a time show, so I had to move on a little faster. But yeah, and so after I realized, and I was having a panic attack, and I was like, yo, and I asked Ray J, I said, Ray J, when I realized what I did, I said, Ray J, what is in this? And he was like, huh? I said, what is in this? He was like, instead of saying what normal people would say, he was like, ain't no crack in it. That's not what you were supposed to say. You were not supposed to say, and you were supposed to say, it's just weed. It's just reefer. I knew instantly, I said, wrap this up, let's go. Oh, you leaving? Yeah, because I saw a white man, and it was only one white man in this all-black hood, gang-affiliated club that showed up. He was like, yeah, this is my man here. It reminded me of the white man that showed up in that scene in Waiting to Exhale. And remember how the black dude was like, oh, sit down. And he was like, oh, we about to party. Oh, and then white folk, yeah, nah. We already know what happens when a white man comes up. He's coming up with snow, all right? And I'm not saying that's what Ray J was doing. I'm just telling you, whenever Hollywood wants you, they send him. Every time, okay? And luckily, God was with me that night. My ancestors be watching over me. I don't know about y'all, but mine got me. All right, moving on. Who's next? Okay, Cassie, Diddy, Clayton. So I don't know if y'all know, 2 years ago, I dropped some exclusive wine before anything even came out. I did an interview with Clayton Howard here, one of, and I still have to say alleged freak-off workers, okay? And his story was through the roof, okay? I do advise you to go and listen to it. There's two versions that we have. We have a version where we do in like a pre-call, and they tell us stuff that they don't necessarily tell us on a professional interview. That's why I like phone call interviews as opposed to video interviews, because they try to present themselves well, whereas in a phone call, it's like you get stuff that you wouldn't normally get when a person is talking like this to you, okay? And so what I got from him during the phone call, Clayton here, was that there were games that were played, there were who could last the longest on Cassie. Cassie was well in for, she was like, hey, she was forcing them to do it, role play or he's gonna get mad is what some of the things that Clayton would say. He said that Cassie would say to him. He also said there was a time where he chased her down the hall and was punching her in the chest, and then when they were done with her, she was all bruised up, and he still made him and a few other freak-off workers sleep with her regardless of the bruises and stuff, and they did it. He had claimed that he had gotten Cassie pregnant. Both of these interviews are on TashaKLive.com. If you want to watch them, they are intense, trigger warning, especially if you're a DV survivor or anything like that, if you're highly triggered. But he came with it. Now, here's the thing. He was subpoenaed by the grand jury to testify, but his testimony went against what prosecutors were trying to put on Diddy. So he was saying that Cassie was compliant. Him and Cassie had a 8-year situationship. I kind of side-eyed it because he was ugly. I've seen some of the workers, and we're going to talk about one of the workers here and that tape that we just saw that was released. We will not be showing any remnants of that tape because I'm not catching no lawsuits, no nothing. At all. So we can just describe it. I'm not going to tell you where you can find it either because that's illegal too. That's how Milagro Grams got caught up with that Megan Thee Stallion thing, is pointing people where they can find it. We don't do that, okay? But I can tell you what I saw and be done with that. But promoting it, I'm not doing that. But when it came to Clayton sued Cassie and Diddy. And he says that Cassie got rid of his baby, and both Diddy and Cassie gave him an incurable STD. And so I did not think anything was going to come of this because, like I said, he's extremely ugly. Very. And I was like, ain't no way they paid you. Because I've seen some of the golf workers. They easy on the eye. They easy on the eye. They easy everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But this one here, the yellow teeth, the crooked teeth, the big lip, I was like, he let you go down. He let you hit Cassie. Like, Cassie let you hit that. Like, I just couldn't believe it. But he said him and Cassie were like this. And he also said that Diddy had called him to do Young Miami, but he couldn't make it that day. Okay? All right? So he filed the lawsuit pro se. I didn't think the lawsuit was going to go anywhere. So, Cassie won $30 million from Diddy and another $10 million from the hotel where that incident happened. Clayton filed a lawsuit suing both Cassie and Diddy, and I thought maybe it was going to get knocked out. It didn't. It didn't get knocked out. Not at all. Matter of fact, they are moving forward into discovery. And Cassie has responded, saying that, and I want to make sure I quote this. Okay, I'm not going to quote her because that is borderline, like, that could be wrong. What I'm going to say from what I gathered from reading it is that she was the victim, he was not. He was paid by Diddy to do that stuff to her. So she seemingly admitted it, that there was an 8-year relationship between the two. But we only get so much through legal filings, right? And I just was like, I would jump off a bridge before I let this man touch me. Wow. First of all, if you got bad teeth, bad breath, bad black gums, your heart bad. I don't even understand how it got hard. I don't know. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion on him. He is not, Diddy got and maybe there was a lot of stuff going on and Cassie was out of it, but 8 years, that's a relationship. He claimed that they was in love with each other. But Cassie sent in a motion over, I guess, last week, and it was filed that she had fled the country. And that she is no longer a resident of California. She is a resident of, from what I was told through my sources, because this wasn't filed publicly, but from what I was told, she is, hold on, let me read what I got to make sure I'm saying the right country. Her and Alex Fine, her husband, because, they were in a tight spot when they first filed the lawsuit. They were living with, the parents, and they were struggling for money. And so Cassie was going to write a book, and Diddy called her bluff. And so she put the book in the lawsuit and got paid immediately by his insurance company. So they paid her out expeditiously, in the words of T.I. Okay, and so from what I'm being told, hold on, let me make sure I get it. Cassie resides in, hold on. God dog it, Tiffany let me call Tiffany. Hold on, y'all, for a second. Give me 1 second, y'all, okay? I got to make sure I say the right country. I ain't, different level, different stakes, okay? We ain't out here trying to get no inaccurate information. Okay, hold on. Hey, you watching the show? What, okay. So they did, that's where she's staying. Okay, thank you. Okay, allegedly. Okay, thank you. Allegedly! When she filed that motion saying that she would like to litigate in New York, she has favoritism in New York. That's where she won, her case, and that's where she filed her case. She's not a resident of California. She does not plan on litigating this case with Clayton at all. I'll put Clayton back up. But her and Alex Fine moved to Japan. Allegedly. Okay? And so if you move to Japan and you're saying that you're a United States citizen, but you don't reside in the United States, why even fight? I wouldn't fight him at all. He doesn't speak Japanese. Let him come serve you there. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. So I don't even understand why she gave the lawyers leeway to do that. I would have told them stand down, let them default, and come catch me if you can. Default, catch me in Japan if you can. I would have moved what is the Japanese money? Yen? Yang? What is it? I don't know. Huh? It's yen. I would have moved my money to yen. It would have been in an account in Japanese and they can't find it. I'm out. But for her to even respond saying that, she was the victim, he was the paid worker, and she got that $10 million. So basically she ran with $40 million with a broke husband that she met, but he ain't broke no more. Through Diddy, because he was her personal trainer, and he was training her all right. He was training her. I just don't see these two staying together that long. I think that's why they had to leave the U.S. in the first place, because all of the scrutiny and everything that Cassie went through, and then Diddy didn't get convicted of what they wanted him to get convicted of, so which means he's going to be out. She doesn't want to be in the U.S., and so she finds peace over there in Japan. She's trying to become a model from what I'm being told, too. She's trying to pick up from the years that she left off or whatnot, but yeah, catch me if you can. I don't know. But like I said, the interviews with Clayton is up over there. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Y'all know it goes down heavily on TashaKLive.com. All that stuff is uncensored. Sorry, that's my son. He calls every day at the same time. His daddy got him. But for the most part, I'm just saying, Hollywood. Put up my comments. Let me see. Put up my comments. Let me see what y'all talk about. Would you have left? Would you fight the lawsuit? I wouldn't fight it. Because guess who's going to win? The lawyers are going to win. Cassie gonna end up trying to litigate that, and he gonna keep her in court. Let me tell you something about Clayton. Clayton is from my experience, because there was a young lady that did an interview with us, he is an experienced litigator. Apparently, he's in law school, and he's got an ex-girlfriend, and they've been litigating for how many years, Jasmine, he's had her in court? It's been a while, 10 years or whatnot? So, hold on for a second. Hold on. Hey, Lamine. Hey, baby. Love you. Good night. Night. Okay, sorry. All right, cool. So, you said I don't think people extradite for nobody's extradited for civil stuff. And y'all, you know what I don't like about Black YouTube sometime, or just our sector of YouTube, is that people put out stuff like this, and they try to say that civil things are criminal things. And I'm noticing, because the whole thing is I've been going to jail for years. For what? And it's it just shows the level of ignorance within some of our community, not all. And I just be like, people actually believe this? Nobody's gonna extradite her on a civil case. Nobody's gonna do shit. Nobody's gonna do a damn thing. So y'all stop that, bro. For real. They just be making up shit. Going to jail. I ain't on arrest. What? Oh my God. Y'all stop. That's why I don't respond to 90% of the stuff that's out there. I don't. That is for the dummies. I kid you not. It's for the dummies. That's dummy wine. That's dummy tea. Moving on. But Clayton is an experienced litigator. I would not litigate with him, like I said, because he don't stop. And he's got an ex-girlfriend. He's kept her in court all these years. And Cassie gave them lawyers to go ahead. Sometimes we get plenty of cease and desist, right? And some, we can kind of gauge who are serious and who are not. And my lawyers be like, you want me to litigate? You want me to respond? No. Are you sure you don't want me to respond? No. Those are clockable, billable hours. Let's just see if they're going to put 10 or 20. Then we respond. Let them file the case first. Then guess what? Nothing happens. Nothing happens. These lawyers are winning, bro. So I'm telling you, when it comes to Clayton, I would just, if I was Cassie, I would just cut my losses, cut the lawyers, take your money, put it in yen, and live the rest of your life as happy as possible. He ain't gonna be able to get it up over there unless he learn how to speak Japanese, which he's the type, he may pop up doing it. He will. Jasmine said, sure will. He'll be in that, what? Where the Japanese lawyer trying to get it? Okay, but he ain't got jurisdiction over there. Moving on. Oh, that was a long topic. I could do another quick read real quick. Is that okay, Chassie Faye? Okay, all right. So real quick, guys, we got our book club, and so I'm excited because we got all these great books, all these great authors, Black authors, okay, minority authors and stuff like that. And so the next live read that we're gonna do is for a book. It's called, take a look, There's Still Money All Around You, okay? And so this is a #1 Amazon hot new release and explores how to go from hustle to leverage in the age of AI, okay? Now, this is important because a lot of people don't know how to hustle in the age of AI, and everybody just thinks, oh, AI is gonna take our jobs. They said that back when the first Apple computer came, okay? Now, it's helping readers identify opportunities, create new income streams, and position themselves to win in today's economy, okay? Zangba isn't just talking theory. He spent years in media. This is an author. He spent years in media, publishing, and digital business, and he's even earned a professional AI training through Google's AI certificate program. Now, you've seen his work featured in NBC's Today, ABC, Fox and Friends, the author of this book, Hot 97, Essence, and more. Now, he's sharing his insights designed to help everyday people recognize opportunities that are hiding in plain sight. So if you're ready to stop complaining about where the money went and start learning where the money is going, grab your copy of Take a Look, There's Still Money All Around You by Zangba Thompson today. Opportunities are out there. You can get the book on my website exclusively. It's TashaK.com/book-club. It's TashaK.com/book-club. It's a good read, okay? All right, cool. Moving on. Now on to the Diddy tape, okay? So I saw the Diddy tape in its totality. I don't care what y'all say about me. I watched it. I watched all of it. All of it. And there's a reason why I watched all of it, because it's hard. In this day and time, when you're watching those types of things, the stuff is just not well produced. It's raggedy. The skin just it's terrible, low, below. And y'all be like, oh, them home videos be hitting. No, they don't. They look like people been hitting the head and the mouth and in the chest. Them people don't be looking good. They ain't got no budgets. And so for me, this was a budgeted production. I need to see who watched the tape. I watched it in totality, okay? I did. You did too? You did too? Okay. I'm not sharing that. That is illegal. Anybody posting screenshots, I don't care. They got a year to sue. If anybody posted or promoted that tape using images or whatnot without the people in their permission, they got a year to sue. And let Daphne not make money on that OnlyFans that she trying to promote, and she got the idea from Euphoria. It was a scene out of Euphoria. She mimicked that. When she leaked her own tape and then answered a question and linked her OnlyFans, and her OnlyFans is off 85%. But this tape had been floating around. And apparently, people have been trying to shop it. People have been trying to release it. They've been trying to pay for it or whatnot. And so when I said, what is going on? Everybody was in my day. I was like, what is going on? So I clicked on the tape. And normally, when I get this kind of stuff, I immediately click off. I was like, oh, no. But this one, I was like, what's going on here? So I sat there with my wine, and I watched the whole damn tape. All of it. I even think I went back for a second round. Because because it was well produced. You couldn't see no skin. You couldn't see no flaws. The only flaw that I did see, but they concealed that very well, was Diddy's John Gray micro peen. He was, doing this and rubbing. He just had a ball sack, y'all. He really did. But the star of the tape was Sky Diggler. Sly Diggler. I just know his last name is Diggler. The star of the tape was Sly Diggler. I said, somebody needs to give that man a job. Quick, fast, in a hurry. And I think a lot of people stayed for that reason, because it was like, please tell me that. First, I was like, is this real? I couldn't believe it. I was like, is this real? This cannot be real. Oh my God, this is real. Wow. It was so real that she couldn't take it, and that's why majority of the video, she was just like, or whatnot. I can't say a lot of stuff. But she was, because she couldn't take it. It was too big. It was way too big. But I mean, yeah. But Diddy, I feel so bad for Diddy. Diddy has a very feminine, womanly shaped body. He has breasts. He has a big booty. He, bending over in the camera a few times. It was a lot of thickness back there. He does his squats. And I can't drink wine today because you guys know I go down for my little procedure tomorrow. So I can't drink any alcohol or eat anything for 24 hours prior. So that's why I'm not drinking. I'm drinking water. But if you can find the tape, it's a good tape. It's one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. If you could just cover up Diddy, the rest is amazing. And I think, honestly, maybe the men will go for her. I was only there for him. I was like, somebody needs to give that man a job. Yeah. For real. Somebody said everything froze. Yeah, so what would you rate the tape? If you watched it, 1 to 10, 10 being amazing, 1 being, what would you rate the tape? Don't pray for me. Okay? Diddy does his squats. But, he's got to, yeah. He had to do something, because I could see that why he was so aggressive is because he needed control. Only thing he has that controls the women is the money. Okay? And the manipulation, the gift of motivational speaking, the gift of persuasive tongue. I hope he know how to give good head, because what I saw, there was no head down there. And so I can see why he would get so angry and want to force these women, because he's kind of living through these men. He's a female. That's why he's emotionally unstable. What'd you say? He's full of estrogen. So, you said it was boring and Sly couldn't keep it up. It's an hour long. What man can keep up for a 48-minute tape hour long? What man? 48 minutes. That man was probably tired, and then every time Diddy walked by him, because Diddy just kept walking by him, that's when I noticed it went limp. The man wasn't gay, but even though that is kind of gay-ish, but everybody's into that. What do they call that? Voyeurism? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, but there was an issue with Diddy's development. It is confirmed. I saw it on tape. And a lot of women have mentioned this in a lot of the lawsuits that they filed, that he has an adolescent-sized piece. And so what happens is, they said during, in the womb, some hormones are not sent to the man, to the boy, to the baby boy. And so therefore, it just stops. It doesn't grow. So it hasn't grown. He just has a big, saggy second. And the only other person I've seen like that was John Gray, the pastor. So, but 50 Cent entered the chat trying to drag Diddy. I guess he watched the tape too, wanted to see whose was bigger. And I want to remind y'all of something, you know, just a second, because everybody thought this was cute. And it was like, 50, you are showing more of your estrogen now than ever before. Because why are you upset? Now he's trying to tag, oh, my son, imagine going to 8th grade and you seeing your mama like this. First of all, you knew Daffy was a hoe when you met her, okay? This all Daffy do across Instagram. I had to unfollow her because all I saw, first thing on my timeline was her ass walking past, selling ass, first thing in the morning on that OnlyFans because Diddy, she testified against her rent payer. Diddy was still paying her rent and her legal fees when she testified against him in court. Okay? But she says that she was the victim. I didn't see no victim in that tape. No victim at all. Now, Selena Powell entered the chat and said that I would be careful because yours is not much bigger, is what she said, right? And, you know, he came back and responded like, Selena, I wouldn't go there. But do you remember that episode of Power? Do you remember that episode of Power? I can't put it up because we don't put up that type of content over here. We don't put it up nowhere. But if you remember, there was a slip in the scene where 50 Cent, as big as he is, as muscular as he is, as huge as his head is, his little piece slipped out, and it was like, it was a lot of balls, and it slipped out as if, and I remember it going viral, and I said, that's embarrassing that he would send that out as big as he is as a man, and as much as he talk. I can see now why he's petty, why he's emotionally unbalanced, why he likes to sue people, and why he's been accused of DV against women, and why he's petty, why he always crying in the car over a woman doing him wrong. It's because of he lacks the same, and that's why him and Diddy can't stand each other. But Selena got that right. If you remember that, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. You remember that? And it wasn't big. It wasn't big. Go, y'all just got to go Google that. I'm not telling you what, but it is an episode of Power. His stuff slipped out, and it was like, they was like, did y'all see 50 Cent's little shrimp? Oh, it was little. It was little. It was little. And there ain't no allegedly. We saw it. So now we understand why they got mutual beef. Because they got mutual hot dogs. Moving on. Before we get into Rory and Mal, okay? We're going to go to break real quick. All right, after the break, we got Jay-Z throwing out Rory, okay, at the Roots Picnic after party, all right? They said I was lying. Depends on how you look at it. We'll talk about it after the break. Please make sure you are subscribed, like, share, comment. We'll be back after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass too. Let's go.
My name is Taniki Brown, and I've been a nurse for over 20 years. I'm here to introduce to you Aftercare Allies. Aftercare Allies is a nurse concierge service, and a nurse concierge is someone that offers highly personalized care in the comfort of your home or workplace. We offer post-surgical care, IV infusion therapy, medication management, weekly wellness checks, and we also act as a liaison for our elderly clients. Feel free to give me a call, 917-757-9042, or you can reach me at www.aftercareallies.com.
Flawless skin requires focus, and when it comes to your skin, you have to be intentional. Your skin wasn't intended to have dark spots, breakouts, and be looking tired, and that's where Inez Elizabeth Beauty's Brighten Up Serum has your back. Or shall I say your face? It's the perfect way to slay those dark spots and promote a healthy glow. The results speak for themselves, and with this serum, you don't have to look like what you've been through, so check out InezElizabethBeauty.com to enhance your glow. Oh, by the way, when it comes to this product, I'm not only the creator, I'm also a customer. Inez Elizabeth Beauty. Amazing skin happens with intention.
All right, guys, so we got another author that we're shouting out. This is for our supernatural readers, okay, fictional series. This is by Samantha Gale. It's called Before Her Soul Rests. Imagine planning the perfect mother and daughter night out. Concert tickets, check. Cute outfits, check. Excitement through the roof, check. But what starts as a fun Friday night in downtown Toronto quickly turns into every family's nightmare, okay? If you love suspense, supernatural revenge, shocking twists, and page-turning thrillers that keep you hooked until the very last chapter, then you need to check out Before Her Soul Rests by Samantha Gale, okay? And so you can get this book exclusively on itstashak.com/book-club, okay? So I love all these Black authors. They coming out the woodworks. I'm glad that we got our book club. We actually got a private book club. They got to let you in. You got to be a serious book clubber. It's Telegram. I'll talk to them to see if they want to let some of y'all in. But I had to ask to get in the group. It said, Wino's Book Club. I said, well, can I get in? They said, do you read? I said, sometime, okay? But it's TashaK.com/book club, okay? All right, so real quick. So I was in, where was I at when I sent this tweet? Was I in New York, Jasmine? Okay, so I was in New York City, very busy. We had a lot of meetings and stuff like that. And, you know, we Winos, of course, no secret, we inked our first syndication deal with an all-Black company, and they are all Black, headed by a Black woman, Chelsea Dorsey Maddox, okay? Eric Faison's the president. And I'm excited to be partnered with a company that's been around for almost 50 to 60 years and have leveraged other Black creators such as myself, okay, over the years. And so I joined a lineup with my brother-in-law, okay, Jock, Streets Morning Takeover. So I'm joining their lineup, Sherry Shepard, Kim Whitley, Reverend Al Sharpton, and much, much more, okay? And so this is the talent that they syndicate, and I'm a part of that family now. And for somebody that said, oh, now you can't talk about Jock, you's a lie. I got something on Jock now. I ain't dropped it yet because I'm waiting on the right time. Don't play with me. They already know. Oh, and Ebro is a part of this team too. Is it Ebro Rosenberg and Laura? They are part of this team too. It's a big family. Lonnie Love, hey sister. So we're all under the same umbrella. Like I said, owned by a Black woman, but all Black team. And so the white man y'all saw, that's my management. So stop. So stop the cap. All right. So I'm excited. So while I was doing this, I got a text because, you know, the Roots picnic went on and Jay-Z popped out with the afro. It clearly showed that he had extensions in his hair when that afro was picked out. Because I said, how did your hair go from being long, okay, to short? This is what he looked like at the Roots picnic, okay? Since Rock Nation likes to play with copyright, we're just gonna use images like this, okay? So whenever, and you know what's so sad? Well, I ain't even gotta tell you who this is, you already knew. I ain't gotta tell you, but this is how he popped out with the afro that's saying that's sacred, detangled it, it looked thin, it looked brittle, but I said, ain't no way that man had them long dreads down the middle of his back and then all of a sudden it's short like that. Yeah, Nikki was right when she said that, when they said, and the Barbs, that he had on a lace front. That's why they call him Lace-C. Okay, now, of course, he opened up his show at the Roots Picnic and he was throwing shots at everybody. Now, the shot that really, there was two shots, no, it was one shot that took me off. And I'm gonna say this in the most delicate way, okay? Because my team had to stop me from entering Twitter. I'm gonna say it in a delicate way. I'm not gonna show no photos, but I'm just gonna talk about the audacity of him to throw shots at somebody's baby, okay? Because he's throwing shots at Nicki Minaj's baby, okay? When there are pictures floating around of his baby, not a baby, a 10-year-old in a diaper, a swim diaper, okay? So I was shocked that he came for Nicki's baby, and I thought we was leaving the kids out when he didn't even like Kanye coming for his baby, but there are actual photos that I saw, me and my 10, and I was finna live it up on X. I was finna go there because I was like, we're gonna stop messing with these kids, and yo, technically, the one that you claim firstborn son is 10 years old in a swim diaper. What is it, I don't know, but I'm just saying we need to leave the kids alone. We need to leave the kids alone. Pray for the children. They ain't did nothing. Put my comments up. Let me get back. So he opened the show throwing shots at Jaguar, throwing shots at everybody, okay? And there were a lot of bloggers and podcasters in attendance, right? Because this is Jay-Z's first show. He hasn't done anything in years. Kanye is killing him, but he's trying to get his roots back. And so what better way than to go to an all-black event? Beyonce was out there. There was a lot of celebrities out there supporting him and wanting to see what he's working with. But I mean, a 60-year-old man on stage throwing shots at babies and stuff like that, it was just very distasteful. And I don't know, I just didn't like it. I just didn't care for it. I was like, if you're a businessman, why don't you act like a businessman? Why are you coming out here trying to be a battle rapper to these young rappers? Drake is, late 30s or whatnot. You're in your 60s. Go be a grandpa, But, he just wants to be the number one guy. And to those people that are saying, Jay-Z is not on social media, BS. He has people watching social media all day, every day. That's why they bother bloggers like us. Okay, he knows any and everything that's being said, so stop with the cap that he's too busy to be on social media, and that's why he was even throwing shots at a diagnosed bipolar schizophrenic person that put these allegations on him. And I told y'all she was bipolar and schizophrenic. Jaguar Wright. That's how you know he bothered. Now, I got a tweet, okay? And the tweet was, yo, I'm at the after party, Ruth's Picnic. Rory, from Rory and Mal, Rory and them, just got put out the section in front of everybody. Jay-Z put him out the section. Told me verbatim what Jay-Z had said. This is what I tweeted. I said, whoa, just got word that Jay-Z allegedly kicked Rory and Mal out of his section at the Roots Picnic. He allegedly told them, let me turn my ringer off. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to do that. He allegedly told them, thought you both were Drake's fans, and then proceeded to kick them out. This is bad news considering they are Roc Nation talent signed to him. Everything's allegedly, even my name's allegedly. I put allegedly on it when I don't have all of the facts, and this was just a tweet. This was just a text that came through in real time to me, and so I just tweeted what I had and put it out. Didn't have no specifics or nothing. So that's how Maul's name got caught up, because when my text message said Rory and them from Rory and Mal just got kicked out. So I took it as if Rory and Mal got kicked out. So Mal responded. These are Joe Budden's ex-rejects, okay? I don't know why they got mad working for, a Molly head in the first place, but, they were crying over the loss of job for that, but they're doing well now. But Mal came back and was like, I was at home watching Game 7. Okay, and so I was like, okay, cool. So then my source called me because, of course, they saw what was being tweeted. They was like, no. Sorry, I shouldn't have. I should have been more specific. I said, no, I just should have called you. It's cool, no problem. We had the same issue with the Ja Rule thing, whereas, it was the same source, okay, that said, hey, Ja Rule just got jumped. And it was restaurants, say less, blah. And I was just like, okay, so I tweeted that, but it wasn't say less. It was at the Brandy and Monica concert. So a lot of these things are being tweeted to me in real time, and so we could break the story, okay? And so that's why I put everything's allegedly, even my name's allegedly. Then I come back and you guys know that I unwind and detail what had actually happened. Like we're gonna do when it comes to that Shannon Sharpe story that I put out last Friday about the girl allegedly finding images and, in her phone of Shannon Sharpe and her boyfriend, okay? And Shannon Sharpe's alleged hair stylist boyfriend. We got a part 2 to that that's just so heavy, it's gonna blow you away, okay? Now, back to the Rory and Mal situation. So, Mal, I apologize for getting you mixed up in that, but we're gonna clear you. Absolutely, you were not there, okay? And I like how he said, listen, to be fair, you know what? Let's watch what he said, because, Rory and Mal took to, and they addressed the allegations that I put out. But Mal was very, cool, calm, and collected. But the one that was bothered, Rory, the reject ginger from the meth infested trailer park, had a lot to say, okay? And I got something for you, you Eminem wannabe. Okay, go ahead, roll this video.
Tasha K just tweeted 5 minutes ago. Whoa.
Pause.
Just got word that...
How y'all get on the podcast mic so fast? Did you notice? It was like, as soon as I tweeted, the tweet got 3 million views. They on the podcast. Tasha K just tweeted 5 minutes ago. You running down there to answer Tasha K tweet. Go ahead, let it go.
Jay-Z allegedly kicked Rory and Mal out of his section at the Roots picnic. He allegedly told them, "I thought you both were Drake fans," then proceeded to kick them out. This is bad news considering they are Roc Nation talent and signed to him.
I was home.
Maul was in New York City.
I was watching Game 7.
I was about to say, Maul, I can't believe you went without me.
I was watching Game 7 in the crib, man.
So Jay is putting his set together with the Roots State Property Reunion, Bilal, Jasmine Sullivan. Instead of that, Jay-Z leaves backstage and goes into Gen Pop and finds Rory and says, "Aren't you a Drake fan?"
We signed the Roc Nation.
Pause. So how did I get that exact quote? Jay-Z leaves the Roots picnic, goes into Gen Pop, into the after party, and says, "Aren't you a Drake fan? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You reject white chocolate? Huh? What are you doing here? Are you here looking for our little black girls to talk about their nappy hair? What are you doing here?" And so, but he proceeded to say this. Now, this is what I tweeted. And that's why he said 5 minutes ago, that's why they rushed to the microphones to call Tasha K a liar. Somebody told you you was a Drake fan, and it was Jay-Z. But let's keep it going. Let's go.
Tasha K, I am not signed to Roc Nation.
Okay. We do kind of look like Joe and Jada.
She did. To be fair, we do look like Joe and Jada a little bit, right? But to be fair, she did say allegedly. So.
Yeah. Maul, there's like 17 lies in that. You can't say one lie, you could say allegedly.
And now y'all see why I'm riding with my man. Jay kicked me out a Roots picnic out the section and all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, Drake. Niggas out of sections and all that, yeah.
Okay.
I was home, man.
So Rory, the white boy, was the one that said Drake left and went in there, was like, "Aren't you a Drake fan? What are you doing here?" Okay. Now, mind you, I had several sources calling me. That's why they took to that microphone. And that one quote that I got, Jay-Z asked them, "Aren't you a Drake fan?" But you got up here to say there's like 17 lies in there. No, because it's called third-party information. It's called gossip. That's why it's alleged. But we're gonna get to the root of it. We're gonna get to the root of them rotted teeth in the back of your mouth. Okay. We're gonna talk about it. So there's another video that supports this, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna bring it home. I'm gonna do what Tasha K does best. All right. So and like I said, I apologize, Maul, to you. But like I said, the way the text came in, because they were trying to explain who Rory was, because who would know who Rory was without Maul being attached? Your blackness co-signs his reject whiteness. So we need the Rory and Maul. So I take my bad. Okay? So, and I like how you handled it, brother. Okay? To be fair, she said allegedly, but this little white boy groupie was back there sniffing Jay-Z's hair to see what type of oil he used, since he like black folks' hair so much. We're going to talk about it in just a second, okay? It's giving borderline. He like children, all right? That's just my opinion. But go ahead, listen to this real quick.
Okay. I will fast forward.
This is Rory adding on to what had happened that I tweeted about, and he came out and said that Tasha K was lying. But go ahead.
Went to the after party that Jermaine Dupri was throwing. And the first moment I saw him, he said, "I need you to FaceTime Maul right now." I said, "JD, we're in a club. We're at a party in a section. B. Cox, Sean, pretty women."
Yeah.
He said, "FaceTime Maul right." He didn't even say hello, Rory.
Yeah.
FaceTime Maul right now.
Yeah.
I give him my phone. Maul answers. JD doesn't say hi to Maul. He starts screaming in a club around women, "Pick a side of the family."
Oh my God.
And just starts screaming.
Terrifying the whole.
"What side of the family are you picking?" And mind you, it was funny in the club, but all of us around in the section were like, "What side are you gonna pick?"
They in Jay-Z's section. This is a Duce after party hosted by Jermaine Dupri. I wasn't there, but my sources was there. Okay? I'm gonna let you listen to the whole clip, and then I'm gonna come in and I'll explain the rest. Go ahead, Jeff.
Y'all are crazy, man.
You and I have not spoken this weekend.
No.
I have been at the edge of my seat, and we could do a breakdown of this freestyle first.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where my head is at the moment. No one wins when the family feuds. And it's your family.
It depends on
You're the feud.
It depends on who in the family is feuding. But I will say this though, the funny shit about all of this is Drake is the one that told me about this freestyle. Because I was watching the Spurs game. Like I wasn't online. I wasn't online. It was Game 7 was on. You know, the Knicks is waiting. I'm trying to see who the Knicks gonna get. Like, so I'm not even paying attention to my phone, nothing. So I think it was halftime or something. So I look at my phone and I see text from Drake, and I'm just reading it, and I'm like, okay, so he did, which we all said was probably gonna happen. Won't get into what our conversation was from there.
He said, "Nigga, your uncle."
No, he didn't say that. But
that's so great. He's talking to Drake during this. I'm next to Biggs on the riser. I chose the side.
Oh
no, but
I'm with Biggs.
But the whole thing
Biggs is on the riser with us.
I don't know what's happening. So everything that we talking about, I don't even know what was said. So he was picking out certain things that he said. But the one thing that Drake said was like, yo, but what's up with the hair? Like that was with everybody. So now, mind you, I haven't seen a picture.
They're gonna kill Drake for that because never mind.
No, but the what's up with the hair is what everybody was saying. Like everybody was shocked at Jay's. We've never seen Jay with an afro.
That is a fact.
And the last time we saw him, he had wicks down in the middle of his back. So it was kind of like, is that a wig? Is he cosplaying right now? Is this some NWA? Is he on his Eazy-E?
In Drake's defense,
not saying that's what Drake said, but that's what the internet was saying. Like, yo, like nobody understood the hair. Got into the lyrics and the bars after they got past the look, the aesthetic of it, because we've never seen Hove like that.
At the show, admittedly, everyone around us, whether it was fans or people we were with on the riser, we're coming up with conspiracies throughout the whole, when's he gonna take the wig off and it's gonna be the season? I said, Jay-Z is not putting an afro wig on and taking it off.
Like, what is wrong
I was like,
with
no,
people?
like, are y'all retarded?
But this is what I'm saying. People were so
here's the thing. So all of this took place at the Duce after party hosted by Jermaine Dupri right after the Roots picnic. Maul was not there. Of course, Rory was, being a groupie. And I was shocked that he was there. Because, there's a lot of people that commentate on Black culture and entertainment and stuff like that. But when you are not of our culture and not of our race, and you're talking about hair and you're talking about, our culture in general, and then when I get word that Jay-Z says, hey, aren't you a Drake fan? And then his security comes over and tells you in front of everybody that we're at capacity. You gotta leave. He never denied being kicked out. Soon as Jay-Z saw him in there, aren't you a Drake fan? What you doing here? Jay-Z walks over, security comes over in front of everybody that are on the risers in that section, tells him, hey, come here. We're at capacity, you gotta leave. He was so embarrassed. That's why Tasha K just tweeted 5 minutes ago, because it got out. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. You lucky that's really all Jay-Z did to you, because I don't understand. Rory, like I said, I sent the tweet and I said, we will be live tonight on YouTube at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I said, my sincere apologies to Maul. I will explain how your name came up in my tweet. However, I'm dragging Rory back to the meth-infested trailer park where he belongs. He's a Jay-Z groupie that cosplays as a molded white chocolate that his own race of women don't want. Okay. I also said he's the dog scraps that white women threw out the back door to us. Okay. Thinking that he's exotic or he's one of us. Remember, he's the same man that had to ask Jay-Z permission to propose to his Black girlfriend at a Rock Nation brunch. Did that for clout and then turned around and cheated on her, is what I was being told, allegedly. Okay, I said I will explain it in detail. You were there and Jay-Z had his people kick you out in front of everybody. See y'all tonight on Unwind the Lie. And that's what I said. Rory gives me that he was over there in his community. The white women didn't want him. So they kicked him out. You know how we have Black men that we don't want, and then white women take them and they act like they the prize. And I'm like, girl, you don't even know. We didn't even want him. This is what Rory does. Because I even see the Black women that he date. They got blonde, matted wigs, the cheap wigs, the stiff ones, the ones that DJ Vlad and him like, with the blue eyeshadow, red lipstick. They the Black girls that never felt like they felt Black. That's why they wearing blonde wigs and blue eyeshadow. Thinking they Baywatch, okay? I'm just saying. But he gives me that. And we have to be careful with people like this. Because what tells me this, and the reason why I don't feel like he really wants to be over here, he would rather be with his own white women, but they don't want him, so he's over here with us, is because of his tweets. I don't know if y'all remember when he went viral over these tweets and he had to come out and apologize. Jasmine, open that up. Open that bad boy. This is Rory tweeting, nope, RT. What does that say? Natasha Flawless. Do your black ass mother and grandmother know you don't like black women? That was a hard black ass. For a white boy, okay? Nah, RT at Christopher, y'all all love black women. Rory also tweets at RT, I've never saw a good-looking black woman. Is that why you cheated on the one that you asked Jay-Z to propose to at the Rock Nation brunch? You forgot who you was messing with, white boy. You forgot why they all run down to the court on me, white boy. Okay? You forgot. You didn't know, did you? Now you, just because you called me a liar. Let's roll some more tweets. This is the reject white boy that they sit up over here because the white folks didn't want him. Look like, okay, Rory, like the hood, how much weave was sacrificed for King Bay today? Called her a man, called a black woman, Beyonce, who's only a witch in my opinion, but she's 100% woman. King Bay today, how much weave was sacrificed, okay? And then Rory says, like the hood rat named Beyonce. At G-Star Greg, son, they are way worse baby names than Blue Ivy. Who you thought you was talking to? Who you thought you was talking to? Kick him back to the trailer park. Send him back. Now, this is the last one. Where's the one about Blue Ivy hair? You got that one? Huh? No. There was another one, Jasmine. Hold on. I got it in my phone. Don't you worry about it. I need it on screen, though, because I don't want him to say I'm lying. So I need the winos to see this. I'm finna send it to you right now. Hold that thought, okay? Hold that thought. Because when he said this about a child, then you had the audacity to go to that man's show? You lucky that's all he did, okay? Hold on for a second. Hold on, J.E. All righty. I thought I had sent it to you, baby. No worries. Hold on real quick. And I didn't send it to you. There is a tweet, Google it, where he says, put his picture back up, because I don't even want all these other people with him. I just want him, because this is what he said. He said there was not a comb around on any set to comb Blue Ivy's hair. Don't be having your people report the live. I see it stuttering, huh? I see it stuttering. They do that. Are there any other, stop moving the video. You ain't gotta, because I noticed to start doing that too when you open up other windows. Close all the other windows. Close them all, because I don't want to mess up the experience. Okay, we're finna bring it home. Don't worry about it. But there's a tweet that he wrote. This is not alleged. He said, because you know how Beyonce wouldn't call him Blue Ivy's hair? And he had the audacity to say, because he knows black culture better than us, because he's been sleeping with our women by default because his white women don't want him. Okay? There wasn't a comb on any of these sets to comb Blue Ivy's hair. Boom. Boom. And you down there paying for tickets as the white groupie, white chocolate reject you are, all up in Jay-Z's face, but you a Drake fan, but you don't like his family, and you don't like his kids, and you don't like us. You lucky that's all he respectfully did was escort you back to the trailer park that night. That's why you was live trying to come at me. Now what? Lie where? Now clip this and put it on X. Y'all see that tweet? Put the chat up. Y'all see that tweet? So y'all need to be careful. Let me tell you something. There's this narrative out there. Oh, that Tasha K's a liar. Lie where? Y'all winos know. Y'all winos know what's up. But mainstream media got a problem because I'm here now. I'm here now. We have a wild ride, the winos, and we ain't going nowhere. We're taking over the projects and the trailer parks. Coming up, you all up in that man's face talking about his hair, talking about his kids' hair, talking about his woman, talking about black women. And you proposing to black women at black events, but yet you don't like them. Because you know they don't really like you. You got the rejects of the black women. We got the rejects of the white men. Like, man, bye, bro, bye. Thank you, Maul. I apologize, but here's the thing, Maul. We wouldn't even accept him if it wasn't for you. We would not, nobody would listen to him on a podcast by himself if it wasn't for you, Maul. You are co-signing him. You are co-signing him. I know that's your friend, that's your boy or whatever. But I'm just saying, you got to draw a line somewhere because you got sisters, you got aunts, and everything. And he came out and apologized. Oh, let me apologize for formally talking about white people because you don't like her. Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder. Remember Chud the Builder? We just interviewed his girlfriend. He got the most racist rhetoric there is out there, but used to get pegged by a black woman. You better tread clear. Tread clear. That's why they don't like me out here. Y'all need to pipe down because they really gonna start with this old Tasha K's a liar campaign. Lie where? I was tweeting, busy. Wish you could pull somebody that looked like me, but you and DJ Vlad are reduced down to the alopecia matted wig from the beauty supply store, blue eyeshadow, red lipstick, yellow spaced out teeth, cosplaying as white reject trailer park black women, and you mad because you can't get no Beyonce. Now, we're going to head on over to TashaKLive.com. We got an exclusive interview. If you are triggered, please, trigger warning. This has to do with Dean the Great. They put out a girl that they claim was underage. They put her out of the Sprinter van. Adrienne Bronner was there. Deshaun, what's Deshaun last name? Deshae Frost was there as well, too. It was a black woman, put her out at night, said she was underage, calling her all types of names. She got hit by a car. Well, the story has just unfolded, okay? So she gave us a very triggering, exclusive on what happened. There's so much so, I'm gonna be honest with you, her team, who I feel traffics her, okay? I just feel like this is a trafficking organization, tried to get me to take it down. I said, I'm not deleting anything. Well, she wasn't supposed to do that. I said, well, she didn't tell me she wasn't supposed to do it because we just finished the interview. So why are you calling me, telling me to take it down? Because you sit her down there around there for all that stuff to happen. And you talking about you a modeling agency. It looks like a little bit more than modeling. And these girls are only getting paid $100 to $150. Man, get up out of here, okay? The interview is live on TashaKLive.com. You do have to subscribe to the website to watch it, okay? So it is TashaKLive.com. Also, real quick, all right. Jasmine, any more sponsors? Who we got, John? Okay, so we got another author. I'm telling you, these authors are coming through, all black authors. I'm excited for our book club, okay? So we got Mind Your Business with Heart, Part 2 by Dr. Katrina S. Chance, okay? And so too many people are running businesses in survival mode, okay? Putting out fires, wearing every hat, and wondering why growth feels so hard. But what if there was a framework that helped you lead with strategy, structure, purpose without losing the human touch, okay? That's exactly what you'll find in Mind Your Business with Heart. I can understand where she's coming from with that because, you know, that used to be me. Now it's like there's people in place that deal with my problems for me. Okay, Part 2 by Dr. Katrina S. Chance. So if you're ready to gain clarity, strengthen your foundation, and lead with both confidence and compassion, go grab a copy of Mind Your Business with Heart, Part 2 by Dr. Katrina S. Chance today. It's on itstashak.com/book-club, okay? So support all of these black authors, and there's a genre for everybody. I love to promote the fact that we can read and we want to read and we want to educate ourselves from other people that are in the game, okay, from an artistic point, from a superfiction point, all of that, okay? I love it all, and I'm going to continue to allow this section to be the highlight of our section because, you know, they say we dumb. They say we stupid. They say we don't know nothing. That's a lie, okay? And there's a lot of our people out here that's putting us up on game. All right, putting it in a book and not trying to, scam us or whatnot. All right. So, also, real quick, we are sponsored in part by oil of oregano. My oil of oregano is in my suitcase right now. This week it is 20% off. Okay. On shoptkdeals.com. I use this everywhere that I go, everywhere that I travel. In addition to wearing masks, gloves, especially because I'm always in airports, always around people. And I'm going to be honest with you, since I've been using it, I haven't had any bouts of viruses or bacterias or anything that has plagued me, okay? And it's been 2 years, all right? I do 5 droppers in a water, not full droppers, but drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in water 3 times a day. If I came down with something, it shortens the lifespan. And also, if I want to prevent something, I just use it as a cleanser. It cleanses the digestive tract. It hits it, from what I watched on YouTube with scientists using oil of oregano, a lot of people use oregano, especially in like Greek countries, Mediterranean countries and stuff like that. It kills bacteria and viruses on impact, okay? And what's been going on in the world now, I just like to be safe, and this product puts my mind at ease, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not telling you it cures anything. I'm just telling you, for me, it works, okay? 20% off on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. And don't forget, guys, if you don't want no alopecia issues, no iron deficiencies, like Scarlett, who we talked about last week, who lost her hair from just a simple vitamin deficiency, guys, sea moss drops. I love the sea moss drops because it's extracted vitamins and minerals from actual raw organic source sea moss, okay? Put into a bottle. It's preserved for 2 years using vitamin C, and it has 97% of the vitamins and minerals that our body is made out of, so which means you only have to co-supplement with a few others, okay? But 97%, the bodies are like plants, and so if you are deficient, especially as we're getting older, things start to break down, okay? Our bones need calcium, all of that stuff, okay? Vitamin D3 too, all right? So vitamin D3, 10,000 I use. Man, I messed up and took this last night before I went to bed. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning because this stuff gives you energy. It is a hormone that our body makes from the sun, but sometimes we don't make it. A lot of times we don't make it, especially the older we get. You know what I'm saying? Less sun, especially if you live in states that don't have a lot of sun. And so we need supplemental things like that. And so I've seen people heal muscle issues, bone issues, all of this, okay? Vitamin D3, it is 20% off on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, okay? To get 10% off your first order. So in addition to any percentage that we're running sale, you can use the coupon code 10 as your first time to get that off, okay? So anything I'm missing? Real quick, guys, we are casting for, the Pluvi Activate drops. Guys, listen, if you want to fast, you want to lose weight the natural way, which is by fasting, reducing your caloric intake, less food, but you don't know how to tell your brain or your stomach that you ain't hungry, the Pluvi Organic Plant-Based Activate drops with metabolic compounds in there that helps to speed up the metabolism. I take this. Sometimes I only do 1 meal a day. Sometimes I don't do no meals a day, and I maintain my weight. I look great, feel great. I'm always energetic and things like that. So use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off the Pluvi Activate drops, okay? And so, this is 20% off as well, too. A lot of sales on shoptkdeals.com, okay? So, guys, I love you so much. I did give you guys a little bit of a longer show because you guys know I'm going to be down for 2 weeks, all right? So we have some supplemental. Okay, what we're going to do next week, you're going to have staggered content. We do not have a host for next week because I'm giving Jasmine off. She's tired. Okay, and so she needs a break too. And so while I'm down for my surgery, she's gonna go on break and see her family for 7 days. But she will return. What day are you returning, Jasmine? She's returning on June 11th. Between that time, from now, June 4th to June 11th, there will be staggered content. It won't be our regular schedule because I will be recovering from my surgery. And Jasmine will be off, but she will return on June 11th with our co-host, Kia Leani, okay? And so Kia's gonna be doing celebrity gossip. She's a comedian, a friend of mine. She does gossip on her page as well, too. And I like that she's not a YouTuber, okay? And she's funny. You guys met her at the brunch. She had the pink wig, and she was hosting for me. Took a lot off my plate of me having to entertain y'all from 11 to 12 at midnight. We shut down DC, and so she's going to be joining us, and she has been prepped on how we do things over here. So please welcome her with open arms, okay? She is funny. I saw her in person at a comedy club one night when I went to see Billy Sorrells. And I told her I was going to work with her, and now I got the opportunity to work with her. And so she's going to be joining us as a guest host on the show for that last week. And I will return Juneteenth? Juneteenth. I will return officially on June 19th, okay? Ready to go. I do want to leave you with this, because when I return on Juneteenth, we're going to start actively promoting the Blueprint course, which is my mentorship course, okay? Here's how it's gonna go, because I wanna put this seed out, all right? Here's how it's gonna go. It's gonna be 6-week courses. I'm only gonna do 2 this year, 6 weeks each. We have a cap on how many people we are letting into the course per 6 weeks, so it feels personable, okay? You guys get me. You get the blueprint. You get where I started. You get the monetization strategies that we use. You get how to monetize. You get sites on where you can monetize. Even as a starting content creator, even as an existing content creator, you can integrate current monetization strategies that I personally can give you, and you can instantly drop it and get monetized the same way I started this particular channel, okay? And so this is gonna be a very aggressive 6 weeks with me, okay? But like I said, we will cap it at a first come, first serve. We're only doing 2, okay, per session. We do have a firm and afterpay for the course. I do want to prepare you for it. It is $2,997, okay, almost $3,000. You get me, you get my blueprint, you get what the team does, and you get to apply it to whatever it is that you have going on now or want to have going on as a way to help enhance your life financially, okay? With anything that you're doing, because everybody that has any type of business or whatever it is that they do, if you don't work for somebody and you want to eventually work for yourself, you will need social media to integrate with that, and you will need to understand creators such as myself, people that work with me, and you will know how to need to do it yourself as well, okay? And so this is on a first come, first serve. What I'm gonna do, because we're not gonna roll out the actual waiting list until I want to say July 1st, but then I'm going to start the course, the first 6-week, okay, session, and after that you graduate, you get your certificate. And I do want to add this too. If I see talent in there, and it's strong talent and it's discipline, I'm working with you. So you have an opportunity to work with me long term, like how I did for other creators that we put on out here. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the conditions will be different, but you have a chance to really take this in, work hard. You're going to be exposed to me and my team, working with you to help you to understand the totality of how social media works, how running a business works, how it integrates with social media from people who have been doing it for 20 years, okay? So I do want to say, so whenever we open it up on July 1st, August 1st, the beginning of August, that's when we're starting the first 6 week, okay? Once I'm done after that, my tour starts. So I can't do any more courses until after my tour is done. So that second course will come after my tour is done, which is the second 6 week. And then the third one won't come until like February, maybe mid-January, February. So it's on a first come, first serve basis, and you have to pay. I mean, we do have afterpay and Affirm, so you can pay for it, but we're not going to be taking any, because there's a lot of people that have been waiting for me to open this up so we can do it, get y'all trained, get y'all out here, get y'all making money, get y'all understanding, so your channels won't get taken down. You know how to finagle the algorithm. You know how to stand out. You know how I'm giving you, with my team and I, the blueprint, okay? So please, if you're only serious people only, okay? Because I hate wasting my time. All right, so if you want to be added to the wait list, like this is kind of like a pre-call pre-sale call to action, you can email me, unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com, unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com. Put serious about the course. You guys know the price of the course. This is a lot of valuable information. You saw me build other creators out here. I'm still doing it. You know I know what I'm doing, and I just don't like to waste my time because we're busy over here, okay? And I know that you guys have been asking for this for years. And so, like I said, the first session will just be from beginning of August to the first week of September. Second week of September, I hit my tour, okay? And I'm on the road for 30 days, all right? And also, tour tickets will go on sale 5 days prior, pre-sales to Juneteenth, but they'll be opened up only exclusively to TashaKLive.com, okay? So, because they get first come, first serve on the tour tickets, and then Juneteenth, they'll go on sale to everybody, and you guys can pick your cities. The cities are listed on itstashak.com, so you can see we're doing the front top of the East Coast all the way down to the South first. The second leg will be announced, after we're done with the first leg, and we'll put that together for the West Coast. Okay, so LA, we're coming, but just not on this one. Okay, all right. So I love you guys. We're gonna head over to TashaKLive.com. Jasmine's gonna take you home. I appreciate you guys. Pray for me. Please pray for me. I hate surgery. Pray for me. Okay? They're taking polyps off of my cervix that could develop into what I don't want it to develop into, which could be any type of cervical cancer or whatever, but they're just taking them off as a precautionary thing. And so, I'm down for like 4 to 6 weeks and whatnot, but most women, they said, are back to work in like a week or two. I'm gonna take the full 2 weeks off because I have to prepare for this course that we're doing, this mentorship course that we're doing, and I'll have to also prepare for my tour. So I'm gonna take these 2 weeks off, give Jasmine off because Jasmine's not gonna be able to take off until after the tour again. And so, yeah. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Wino gang, 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 gang. All right, now I gotta go. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you didn't, cuss my ass out. Not that I'm really give a damn anyway. Now I gotta go. Bye. We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, as a vitamin E and vitamin C base, okay? And so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that. Winos, y'all remember selling Tampa?
2 years ago, Sherelle was already killing it in the real estate game. The word about her starting her own brokerage, it was a hot topic. I had to be a part of it.
Glossy Netflix dream, black women in Bentleys, designer heels, and waterfront listings. It was sold as black excellence in real estate, a historic all-black, all-female luxury brokerage funded by Sherelle Rosado.
She wanted smart women, she wanted empowered women, and I really think that makes Allure Realty what it is.
Sherelle Rosado is a boss-ass bitch that makes shit happen. Point blank, period.
We always wondered what happened to season 2. I was ready for it. I loved season 1 and what it had to showcase. But here's what Netflix didn't show us.
I've been really toying with the idea of starting my own brokerage.
When a brokerage is healthy, it makes its money from a percentage of active real estate transactions. But what happens when a brokerage is dry? And when there's no active listings? How do they keep the lights on? In my opinion, some of them seem to pivot to an onboarding scheme like we're gonna hear in this one.
She's a predator. There was a hefty onboarding fee. I didn't get anything out of that.
So what happens is you don't want to believe that someone that you've known that long, that you're in business with, that is supposed to be a girl's girl, would do something like that.
I feel like I kind of got abandoned. So I'm literally fighting for a referral fee from my mother's home.
Girls aren't weak, they're just not aggressive.
I am the breadwinner of my household. My husband was getting brain surgery. Her words were, "I'm sorry that's happening to you, but your work is slacking."
Planning and negotiation negotiating, I am excited to announce that shoptkdeals.com is now extended to you. If you are a creator like myself, or maybe you're just a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you're just someone that just wants to make passive income as well as main income, shoptkdeals.com now offers that invitation to you. So which means you can become an affiliate partner and make anywhere from 30 to 40% on each sale that you make on shoptkdeals.com, okay? And so listen, I'm excited to work with you guys. I'm excited to train you guys. Not only will I be training you, we'll be hosting webinars, sales calls, and all that to make sure that we're all successful and we keep all of these brands happy. So I want you guys to stop what you're doing now, go on over to the website, shoptkdeals.com, hit join my sales team, and I will see you guys on our sales call, okay?